Charlotte in the Know, hosted by Adrian Bittle, reporting on influential people, news, entertainment, and events pertaining to the city of Charlotte and nationally. Okay, Charlotte, it's time to be in the know.
Welcome to another edition of Charlotte in the Know. I know it's been a little while, but I'm back. Before I get started, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Urban Tymes. Check them out at urbantmedia.com, as well as follow them on Facebook at Urban T Mag, as well as that on Twitter at Urban T Mag. While you're on the website, check out the UT Awards. This thing is building up. It's going to be real big. We had some nominees for different categories, from restaurants to community activists to podcasts to bloggers. So go on there and actually nominate your favorite nominee. Also, while you're on there, businesses, if you want to advertise with us, then check out Urban Pages. It's a good way of actually reaching out to thousands of readers that actually check out the pages, and it's a good way to advertise your business as well. So check out Urban Pages. All right, today I am being joined by Mr. Garry McFadden. I appreciate you coming in today, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yes. So now you're in the news, running for sheriff, Mecklenburg County.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, with that being said, with over 35 years of experience working with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, mostly at which being a homicide detective.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In addition to that, a lot of your cases have been aired on your crime show, I Am Homicide.
Yes, they have.
All right. All right. So what actually is leading you to actually run for sheriff?
Well, I sat back and watched what is going on in our city, across our nation, and didn't like what I saw. And after that, I kind of talked to a lot of people, some spiritual,
Yes.
some not so spiritual. And then I went to the streets and asked a lot of questions in the streets, and found out that there's a lot of missing pieces that I think that I can bring to the table and I can enhance. And I better understand the justice system, probably better than both of my opponents or other candidates for sheriff. Nothing against either one of them. I consider both of them my friends and hope after this election we still will be friends.
Yes.
But I think I bring a wealth of knowledge, broad range of experiences, and just want to change some things that I think that would better our community and put our community in a better position.
Now, you know the unique thing about you, Mr. McFadden, growing up here in Charlotte, most of my life, and in addition to a lot of my relatives that's been up here, and anybody I ask about Garry McFadden, they don't have anything bad to say about you. Everything is glowing. I'm talking about how you are, how you pretty much reach out to the community. So with that being said, what's your secret as far as building that relationship with the community?
Well, I think that the lot of things that we say, I don't like to say partnership, I want to say relationships. You have to remember, I was 22 years old when I joined Charlotte Police Department. They gave me a badge, they gave me a gun, and they put me on West Boulevard. And so I learned very quickly that West Boulevard was a tough side of the city. But what I also learned that there were people and there were families. And so I wanted to be a part of the community and not just be the police officer. So I took it upon myself to know the residents off on the west side, and we became family. Instead of me patrolling them, I just had to make sure that my family and the people in my neighborhoods were safe. I did arrest a few people or a lot of people, but during that arrest, I want to have a conversation so it wasn't a confrontational thing. And so because of that, I had these arrests with these young men and women. I had conversations, not confrontations, and I was honest with them. And I did not try to arrest everybody for everything that they did, have a conversation. So I try to treat everybody like I would want to be treated or how I wanted my family to be treated. And so after that, I became a detective, and I took that same philosophy inside when I became a detective.
Wow. Now having that extensive background in law enforcement, would you say that today they have actually strayed away from your examples of actually working with the community?
We're trying to get back we're trying to get to that part again where we are a part of the community. Chief Putnam is doing a great job, and we have a lot of programs, and he's reaching into the community. And then we're talking to people who often we overlook.
Yes.
I have to give these two people a great support. It's a young lady named Tia Brown, and she does this great event called Beauty After the Bars. And that's women who've been to prison, but there's beauty after the bars. And then there's a young man, Cedric Dean, left here 22 years ago. But we connected, and we stayed connected. And so we believe that they are the voices that we did not hear at the tables. So what I like to do is give them a chance to speak, but also involve them with everything that's going on in the community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, you mentioned running against two individuals, Erwin Carmichael, as well as
and Antoine Inslee.
Yes. So what makes you what makes you different than them as far as what sets you apart?
I'm in the community every day. I'm not a seasonal candidate. I didn't come out during the campaign season, and I didn't come out and then go back. Once I took that oath in 1982, I kept that oath, and I'm still in the community every day.
Okay. All right. So this is opinion. What is your opinion on the way that the sheriff department is being ran today?
I think it's being ran not by the sheriff. I think it'll be ran by other people. I believe that there's some things that I think a sheriff should be here. If you say, have you seen your sheriff in the community? What would be that answer? Do you know what the sheriff's department does? So what I want to do is allow the people to come to these events and let me teach you or educate you on what the sheriff's department really does. And when we're having problems like what we have now, of what they call the 287G, which is the immigration piece of it, ICE piece, we'll tell the communities and have conversations with the community to educate them on what you're doing, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it. Putting up a simple poster or doing something in the magazine is not great enough. It's not good enough. Or doing an interview with Charlotte Observer. Let's go to the communities, have these conversations, and let's move forward.
Very insightful. How do you feel about the way that the immigration process has been going, as far as the federal government asking sanctuary cities to actually round up people, immigrants?
Well, I think that you have to look at, from my perspective, you're not taking any power away from ICE. You're just saying you have a job to do and you do it. We can assist you if you have to use the Mecklenburg County Jail, but we're not going to go out and help you round up people. And we put all these people together, and then we just handpick who we want to be deported. So, but then we are not building relationship with those communities. For instance, like I said before, if we have a murder in any part of the city, the biggest problem that we have is having witnesses.
Yes.
Most witnesses just don't want to get involved because they are afraid of retaliation. Okay? Well, in these other communities, the immigrant communities, not only that they are afraid of retaliation, even if there are solid witnesses and great witnesses, they are afraid to be deported because they gave us information, gave us their names and addresses, then we find out that they're immigrants, they may get deported. So crimes are happening in their neighborhoods going unreported because they are in fear.
Yes, building that relationship with the community, like you just priorly mentioned. So with that being said, why is it the right time for you to actually run?
Because I've been asked to help. When my community said, we need your help, you have the ability, you have the time, you have the passion, and you have the proven leadership. So if I have the passion, proven leadership, I'm going to do it practically.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Well, we wish you luck.
But thank you.
And we hope to see good things from you in the future. So I appreciate you joining me this evening for the sit down as well.
Anytime.
All right.
Be glad to.
Thank you.